Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we'll understand how to manage suppliers for a particular batch item. So let us quickly navigate to products and items where we have already created a batch item. We've named it as chemical A, and you will have to ensure that the batch item has checked either manual batch or auto batch. So in our case, we have checked on manual batch, and we have determined a cost to the product. Once the product has been created, let's go ahead and do a purchase in the system. So we will head over to purchases and create a new purchase. We'll click on the new button. We'll select our vendor. So let's assume this is HT supplier. We will go ahead and add the product now. So either we could scan the barcode of the product, or we could have searched by the item name. So we'll search for chemical A. As soon as we do that, it would ask us to put down a batch number. So we will specify a batch number, and the manufacturing and expiration date can be specified. I'll also select the number of quantities that I'm receiving. Let's say 20 quantities I'm receiving for this. I'll hit the OK button. So now please note that we have HT supplier, which is actually doing the purchase for this particular product for 20 quantities. So I'll click on the create button to save the changes. The product quantity 20 has now been uploaded in the warehouse. So we'll be able to see the 20 quantities go up. Simultaneously, let's now create a new purchase. In this case, we will select a different vendor. Now, we'll again search the product by the item name or scan it from the barcode. It will again ask us the batch. I can specify the batch number. The manufacturing and expiration date. Let's say that this is 30 quantities that I'm receiving. Now I'll go ahead and create this. So what we have essentially done here is from HT supplier and Kotlin parts, we have received 20 and 30 quantities. So the product quantity has now been added in the stock, and we can head back to inventory module to actually see inside the stock. So if we select our warehouse and if we search for our chemical, we would see the quantities added. There was also some opening stock to the product, so 50 quantities on top of the opening stock has been added. Now, if I want to see the available batches here, so I can click on the three-dotted icon and click on Show Batches. So this shows me a list of all the quantities across all the batches which are available. So I can see these batches, I can see the expiration dates, I can see which vendor has actually given me the respective batches and the quantities. The manufacturing date, the item batch creation date, and the sales prices. I can also look at the purchase prices by checking this box. So this is how I can look at the entire list of my vendors and that have been associated with this particular item and how many quantities I have received over time. So this is the real-time value of the stock that you have seen. Alternatively, you could have also navigated onto the batch manager inside the inventory. The batch manager is a log of all the batches coming in and going out of the system. So if you are trying to segregate some information or pick and choose, let's say for a particular item, if you want to look at the batches and how the what all list of batches were associated with that particular item, so you can go ahead and just search the product. So you can either search the product name here, or you can search for the supplier name here. So you can look at the particular supplier, and if you search, for instance, a supplier name, so you will see all the list of products that you have received. So we have all these are different products which have a unique batch number which for this particular vendor. Simultaneously, I could have also done the other way around, where I could have searched for the particular product. So if I search for chemical A, now I'll be able to look at the 4 entries, which are HD supplier, the James and Jamie and Clark, and Kotlin parts. So all of these different batch numbers that I have received over time for the different vendors. So these are the 2 ways where we can have a look at the suppliers that have been associated for a particular batch item. Thank you.